Fletcher's number 75 car will line up 18th, ahead of Mark Jones in the number 32. He had a big crash at the final corner yesterday, so hopefully he's back out. I've just seen him leave the pit lane, actually, and he's going to be ahead of number 17, Wayne Rocket, who also, for some reason, he was disqualified from the race yesterday. Now, he finished second on the road, but according to the grid sheet here, he was disqualified from the race for a technical infringement yesterday, so he's now starting from the back of the grid here. So Wayne Rocket, watch out for him coming back through. He's going to be an exciting one to keep your eye on. But the conditions looking wonderful out here at the moment. Again, like I said before, I don't want to sound like a dad, even though I am one, just please do make sure if you're going to be out in the sun a lot that you do wear your sun cream or whatever else, and keep hats on, kids, and so on, those that are susceptible to just sort of worrying about the sun, really. Just make sure.
Very warm indeed down here at the moment. I've got my cap on now because, you know, my skid lid doesn't like the sun.
I'm too precious about my hair to go out in the wind.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
I'm afraid. I haven't got the aircon.
Yeah, no, indeed. Plenty of drinks, guys, for the kids. Make sure they've got something to drink, and keep that suntan lotion on, because these rays are going to get through to us today. I've seen a weather forecast that says it's going to be okay, so fingers crossed. You can put the Max and umbrellas away, and we'll go on. But the other big problem here, certainly for me, with my shiny lid, is the wind as well, of course. So you get windburn.
Yeah, definitely. That's the thing. While the wind may make it feel a bit cooler, don't forget the sun does not care for said wind.
Yeah, well, we're doing a few public announcements as well. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, we are still under COVID restrictions. We do apologise for the paddock not being open today due to the MSA regulations, and we would ask that you wear masks when you go inside the toilets and the other buildings, etc., that you may enter. And apart from that, just be sensible and enjoy your day.
We've got the number 69 car coming into the pits here, which is Alistair Dendy. Now, he's one of the quickest guys out there. He seems to have picked up some sort of issue on his warm-up lap.
When I spoke to him, he said that was the problem yesterday, and it was a fuel pump problem, or fuel starvation. They changed the fuel pump, and it's not looking good. He's bringing the car right back down here. I don't know if we're going to get a chance to have a word or not.
That's a real shame for Alistair Dendy. He was going to be one of the exciting ones to watch. As mentioned as well from yesterday's race, everybody, keep an eye on that silver, neon yellow, blue and black jigsaw camouflaged car near the back of the field.
I've got the 81 car in as well, John Sheridan.
Now, John had a very, very noisy car yesterday. I'm not sure if
it's still quite noisy.
Yeah, I think he might have had an exhaust issue or something. Maybe he's had a telling off.
As you can imagine, Alistair's got out of the car not happy. So I'll try and have a word when he's had a couple of breaths and let you know what went wrong.
Roger that. The next car to keep an eye out for at the back, by the way, is the one that's right in front of me now with the pink wheels, which is Wayne Rocket, number 17. He was very, very quick yesterday. Like I've said, finished second overall in the race. Interestingly as well, Ursula Jordan, who I mentioned, after backing the car into the wall yesterday, I joked that hopefully they've put the wing back on. They actually haven't. The car is out there without the rear wing on it. I'm not sure if it's part of the regulations. Clearly, she is allowed to go back out there without the rear wing on it. But after backing it into the wall here yesterday, the wing very abruptly came off, and then she started losing the rear end of the car on some of the fast bits. So hopefully, no more of that today. But they're lined up on the grid, ready to go then. Second race of the day, about to get underway in the Carbon8 Hyundai Coupe Cup. Green flag is waved at the back. 5-second board is shown. The lights come on. And we're away. It's a poor start at the back, unfortunately, for Kevin Sanford. Really caught napping there by the lights going out. He's dropped right to the back of the field. Wayne Rocket, as mentioned, is going all the way around the outside of Allard. He's gone around 3 of them through turn 1. Beautiful stuff. One of those involved there was Dan Fletcher, really pushing him out wide towards the crash. But a fantastic start by Wayne Rocket. Definitely one to keep your eye on as this race goes on. But leading them away was, of course, the number 88 of Kersley, race winner yesterday, pole sitter yesterday as well, not one to be messed with, but they make their way round the back end of the circuit. Kersley leading them nicely. Mitter is already up into 3rd place. Well, he would be because Dendy didn't start, so shut up, Chaz. Either way, nice tidy start from him. Dropping to the back of the field, unfortunately, at the moment, is the number 65 car, which is Spencer Hirons. And Mitter already looking to try and find a way past the 25 machine of James Goodwin. So Mitter, as I've told you, he's excited.
Alistair Dendy, yeah, it's fuel pump problem again, or fuel supply problem. He's out of it. John Sheridan's car, has got a broken exhaust, but he's also got no power, and it's now dropped into limp mode. So that's the end of his race.
It's a real shame to lose two before the
That's
racing
why we've
gets
got
underway.
those two retirements so early on.
Well, hopefully no more from this point on. We've got Mitter side by side with the 25 of James Goodwin, who is defending the inside as hard as possible here, but Mitter a little bit later on the brakes. Kersley's going to love that, but beautiful stuff from Matt Mitter. Takes second position. Oh, he's now using all of the curb and some more. There's a lot of side-by-side action further back. I think Wayne Rocket's one of them. He's trying to dive through here, uses all of the curb, gets ahead of the 48, but I think he's misshifted. They're 4 wide down the straight now. Ursula Jordan on the inside makes it 3 wide towards Allard. Hopefully getting through nice and tidy without any contact.
It was 4, then it was 3, then it was 2, and then Rocket, I guess that was the one from the back of the grid, one of the Rocket cars was having a go to overtake all of them.
Yeah, he got ahead of all 3 of them then at the chicane, and then misshifted and lost all them places again, so he's got to very quickly do the work all over again. But Mitter now going up to chase Kersley. We've got Goodwin and Banks, the 2 teammates together, which is Michael Banks' cars. 25 and 27, they're 3rd and 4th at the moment. Evans, car 5, P5, doing okay, and then Hurren in 6th position at the moment. Neil Hurren, he's actually racing, or he was racing in the BARC Red Series as well yesterday, getting more time out on the circuit, so it certainly worked for him. He's going well here at the moment. But Kersley in the Mark 1 Hyundai Coupe leads a massive train of Mark 2s all the way back to, I believe it's the number 28 car of Laurie, who we were just looking at on the live stream for a moment. That's the next Mark 1 back, so the rest of them Mark 2s. The Mark 3 in the field is Mitchell Marie, the number 8 car, dark blue machine. There was 2 of them with Dendy, but unfortunately now we're down to 1. So Kersley round the final corner once again. Big send up the inside from the number 5 of Michael Evans. Great stuff as he overtakes Darren Banks. The rest of the train goes through. Wayne Rocket is now on the back of Paul Lorry. Bit of argy-bargy further back here. That's Vysotsky and Nick Flowers. Just behind them as well was Roger Owens in that fight. But great stuff up to 4th place from Michael Evans. Lovely move. Just down towards the club chicane. Now it's all about momentum in these cars as well. You know, they're not the fastest cars you'll see today, so getting a really good run out of Cobb and then Seagrave through to the back end of the circuit is so important, because you can lose so much momentum, especially through Church Corner as well as they come up towards the final chicane here. But Evans, now he's actually made the move, he's having to defend from Banks, and Hurren is there as well. Just behind we've got the other Rocket, which is Johnny Rocket in the number 19 car, teammates with Wayne. They go flying round Goodwood towards Village and then Church. Race leader through Church now, side by side in the background. I think that is Rocket actually trying to get past Laurie, and then the other Rocket in there as well. Apologies, it's not trying to get past Laurie, he's trying to get past Hurren, and both of them have done it. So the 2 Rockets together now. Johnny ahead of Wayne. Here come the leaders through again. Evans still under attack though from Banks just behind him, but look at the 2 Rockets together then. They're Rockets of Denmead, and they certainly are. They're Rockets of Thruxton at the moment. The one with green wheels is Johnny Rocket, the one with pink wheels is Wayne. 19 and 17 respectively, car number, not age. They go round Allard and start another lap, but Kersley doing a fantastic job at the moment, doing everything he needs to do, leading this race. His gap across the line was... 2
Rocket cars are side by side as they go into the complex.
I think Wayne is on an absolute mission here to get past.
I think you're right.
He's actually, he's outdone him as well already. Because I think, to be fair, Johnny's not going to want to get in the way. He knows that Wayne's on a charge. He'll be gutted after being disqualified from yesterday's race for that technical infringement, so he's going to want to make up for it here. He started right at the back of the grid.
Do we know what that infringement might have been?
Not unfortunately, no. It just says reference on the grid sheet. It just says reference technical infringement, I'm afraid.
And we've got a black and white flag, driver warning going out for car number 10. That's our man in second place, Matt Mitter.
I think that may be track limits. He's taken a few liberties at this chicane.
Pushing on.
Times. Yes, he's certainly pushing hard indeed. There's a bit of a train forming behind Evans now. He got ahead of Banks, but he's not been able to clear away. And to be fair, Wayne Rocket is absolutely flying around Church. He's got such a run on the pair of them. As they come up towards me here, they're nearly 3 wide. Evans has been absolutely mugged off here because Banks has gone through. Now he's side by side with Wayne Rocket, who's gone in very hot into the chicane, maybe a bit too hot. Oh, it's Banks that's gone around. Banks has overdone it. He's been trying to outdrive him. There's big contact behind as Evans goes back onto the racing line. Johnny Rocket gets a hit, and Hurren is going to sneak through down the inside. All of that went the way of Wayne Rocket for sure.
Yeah, Wayne's left that pack of 4 behind him and opened up the gap by, I don't know, 10, 15 cars length.
Yeah, just Banks was just trying to hold that inside line. Both of them went in a little bit too hot, but Banks just over-rotated the car, completely put it around. Very luckily didn't hit anything. He did a good job at recovering it as well, without collecting anybody else. But Wayne Rocket really got in his head very quickly there, and is now up into 4th place. He's gained 16 positions in this race. What a drive.
Probably not over yet, is it? I think he might get another 1 or 2 yet.
We've got a car going slowly, by the way, at the back of the pack. I think it's Hirons.
Yeah, he was running through Spencer, brought that car through way down the order last time as well. So
yeah, he's going very slowly around Church towards us. Looks
sure,
to me.
I don't know of him, but he's got the black cross. With so maybe he's just learning his way round.
Well, to be fair, I mean, he was just dropping off the pack gradually, but he's coming back towards us very slowly here. I'm not sure what the issue is.
He was 15th yesterday, so down at the bottom end of the pack. But
I think he's got a puncture, you know. The car seems to be leaning a lot on the left.
We'll see if he comes in.
Yeah, he's just coming round now, creeping his way in. Not sure if it's an engine failure. He's out of the way of the leaders, and for 3rd place, Wayne Rocket makes his move around the outside of the other Banks machine. Out of shape a little bit. That's Goodwin that he's overtaken. Goodwin takes across all of the curb. That's very naughty. I don't know how well that's going to go down with the race director, but I imagine something like a lead balloon could be compared to it. Car around, and it's the 32 that went around yesterday. Mark Jones, he's had a nightmare at these final corners, and now he's spun it around. Oh, he's just waiting for other cars before he gets going again.
James Goodwin's gone back through again, so Rocket's got a little bit of work to do.
Yeah, he just tried really hard, but just overcooked it slightly. But I'm not sure how that will get looked at by Goodwin, because I won't lie, it looked very, very intentional how much he cut of the last corner. He just completely straight-lined it and went across the grass. He just said, "No, I'm not doing that." And then, yeah, he wasn't pleased about losing the place, I don't think. But that was very naughty indeed. 65 car in pit lane. I think it's just about to be retired. They're looking round it. It's not got a flat tyre, but as long as there's something wrong with the suspension, they're looking at the wheels. Yeah. Like I say, it looked very strange the way it came round Church, and then as it came closer and closer, it just started to look more and more okay. But yeah, it certainly wasn't behaving the way he wanted it to. But the lead battle is actually getting a little bit closer together now. The gap was 2 and a bit seconds earlier. It's now 1.7, so it's not like it's coming down too much. But I say that, Mitter was 0.8 of a second quicker than Kersley on the previous lap. And with 5.5 minutes to go, there's still plenty of time for him to do this. Wayne Rocket is now ahead of Goodwin again, up into 3rd place. And yeah, to be fair, the way that Mitter's just come around the final chicane, it doesn't surprise me he's got a black and white flag so far, because he has just cut that chicane tenfold. He's been all over the curves. It's very exciting, as I keep saying, but yeah, it's not adhering to track limits, unfortunately. But that's the thing.
Rocket now has got away from that Goodwin car, so again, he's now on the chase. But as you say, it's all eyes on Mitter, really. He's closed that gap down on the race leader tremendously.
We've got a number of them here pretending that they're Red Bull X Games riders or something, because they're jumping the curbs so much as they get into the final couple of corners. The number 75 was guilty of it there. That was Dan Fletcher, really throwing it around all over the curbs. But yeah, it's a bit of a strange one this with Mitter. You know, he's had the black and white flag for cutting the track and exceeding track limits, and he's still going at it quite a lot there. But you know, I understand these guys. The cars are very momentum based. You know, they've not got all the power in the world. They're not the fastest sort of GT cars or anything that you'll see, but sometimes they just need to concede the fact that they're not going to get a better run than their opponent out of the corner. But Kersley holding it well.
There's your answer, Chaz. 5-second penalty being given to car 10.
Yeah, well, I'd like to say I'm surprised, but unfortunately I'm not. He's been really taking a lot of liberties here. You know, he's had the warning. You think he'd dial it back, but you know, I'm no steward or no expert. But at the end of the day, he's really been attacking the curbs here. He'll probably go out and get another one now, but he's pushing hard. That's for sure. But Kersley is doing everything right at the minute. It's great driving. I mean, Mitter's bonnet is flapping around in the wind as he comes through. Wayne Rocket also attacking the curbs, but he's able to keep it off the green bits. And just behind as well, Hurren has just got back past Evans. Evans dropping a place, but he's going to get the cut back out of the final corner. He's going to look to the inside maybe. No, Hurren's going to make him go the long way round. He's going to push him down the straight towards Allard. All the way round.
A bit of twitching down the start-finish straight there. They were left or right, and they couldn't make up their mind. They've gone in through Allard in exactly the same order, and down towards the complex. It looks like they're side by side, so I'll leave you to pick them up as they come out later on.
Yeah, Hurren's defended the inside line. I just caught it on the stream, which I have the feed for on my right-hand side. Evans still not able to get through. Now Rocket is behind those pair as well, so he may be able to take advantage as well. Evans is trying every sort of cutback in the book to get past him as they go round the back part of the track.
We've got a white car going into the complex, looking rather smoky, so expect another retirement.
I think that may have been the 75 car of Dan Fletcher. He was a little bit all over the place into the club chicane here as well last time round, and there was a lot of smoke from it. Very suspect amount. And the leaders have just come out of church back towards me again, and the gap is getting smaller and smaller. It was 0.8 of a second a few laps ago, then it's 0.6 of a second last time round. I think it's going to be less than that now, because Kersley is really under attack here from Matt Mitter. Let's see how he does the chicane this time, does Matt. Yeah, he's definitely reined it in a bit now. He's not taking as many liberties on the green bit. So good stuff from the pair of them. Wayne Rocket still putting in the pace. He's probably seen the black and white flag go out and thought, right, maybe I need to be careful here as well. A bit further back, there's very, very argy-bargy fighting going on between Hurren, Evans and Rocket. They've also got the 28 machine of Paul Lorry chasing them down as well. 27 dropping a bit further back. That's obviously Darren Banks. After his spin earlier, he's still recovering. Good to see Ursula Jordan still going, by the way, in the 94 car, despite no rear wing on it. I would have thought that it would quite severely change the downforce on the back of these cars, because they're quite big wings that they have in this championship, and obviously they're front wheel drive as well. So as you know, with a lot of front wheel drive cars, all of the momentum being carried by the front wheels. And yes, there is a lot of smoke from the I think it is the 75, that Dan Fletcher doing his best Red Arrows impression as he comes through here. That looks like oil smoke to me. Definitely an engine issue of some sort. Yeah, it's all coming straight out of the exhaust as well, so hopefully they can get that sorted. He's just going to pull that straight in.
Well, we've got somebody gone off around the circuit, missed the number unfortunately, so you'll probably be able to see it on the screen, Chaz, but driver out of the car perfectly okay.
Okay, I'll have a quick look and see. I think that might have been Jones again, the 32. He came off here at the last corner yesterday.
Yeah, you're correct. 32,
fashion.
Just had that confirmed.
Such a shame for him. He's had a nightmare weekend. He had a huge hit into the wall here yesterday at the final corner. It was great to see the car back out and see him okay, because he just went completely straight on here and smacked the wall very hard. But yeah, real shame that he's had another moment while out there, I'm afraid.
This is the last lap, Chaz. Board's gone out to indicate to the drivers.
Indeed, so Kersley still holding on ahead of Mitter. We've actually had Johnny Rocket get ahead of Evans as well, after Hurren was sort of backing them up a little bit. The battle between Wysocki and Ursula Jordan still going on through the last corner as well, cars 9 and 94. But our leaders making their way around the back part of the circuit now as they go around Goodwood. So they're just actually going through Noble, apologies, they're going through the left-hander at Noble. Then they're going to flick the weight of the car the other way, round Goodwood, through Village as it straightens out, and then they can prepare themselves for the flick to the right of Church Corner. But this will, as John has mentioned there, be the final time of asking for Kersley to hold on. It's been a terrific weekend for him so far. Took pole position in qualifying at the start of the weekend. Won yesterday's race, lights to flag with no challengers whatsoever. Dendy looked like he was going to close the gap a little bit, could not manage it by the flag. Mitter has looked brilliant in this race despite the penalty. The next question is going to be, is Rocket going to be close enough to the back of him for Mitter to actually lose a place? He's right on the back of Kersley as they come out the final corner, but for the second time in 2 races, it's going to be the number 88 of Kersley that takes the win from Matt Mitter. Now, I need to look at the gap here from Mitter back to Rocket, because Mitter's got a 5-second penalty.
I'd say that's close.
5.5 seconds back from the leader was Rocket, and Rocket gets second. Mitter, he misses out on that by 35 thousandths of a second. He nearly did it. We then get Goodwin 4th, Hurren 5th, Rocket in 6th, Evans is 7th ahead of Laurie, Banks is going to come through in 9th, and then Mitch Murray is going to round out your top 10. We've got Ursula Jordan finishing ahead of Vysotsky in the number 9. And, well, another very interesting and entertaining race there, John. That was great.
Yeah, indeed it was. Sorry, microphone was in my pocket. I was just on my way down the stairs. So just confirm to me the top 3 was Kersley, Wayne Rocket, and then Matt Mitter.
It was indeed, yes, with the
what was
penalty.
it, 0.32 of a second?
0.035, 35 thousandths he missed out.
Okay.
Absolutely gutted, because he had such a great final lap, did Mitter, that he could have actually completely negated that penalty there because of the gap back, but unfortunately missed out by the tiniest of margins.
Hopefully we're going to get these cars into the Parc Ferme area, so we'll get another chat with them, our double winner. And as soon as I get the cars back, I'll come back on. Cheers.
No worries, thank you very, very much indeed.